He's forcing them to drive. Here Steve Nash gets cut off at the baseline by Rip Hamilton. Look at this. Shawn Marion catches the ball inside and is swarmed by 3 Pistons defenders. You see Phil Ford there with nice hands, the former North Carolina Tar Heel who was famous for that 4-corner offense of Dean Smith. But Rip Hamilton having a good quarter, has 5 points in this period. But Kevin, the rebounding 42-22, plus 20 for the Pistons as they lead by 7.
Stephen Hunter has come in. Normally takes the place of Amari Stoudemire. Now he's taking the place of Joe Johnson. Phillips from outside. Rebound by Ben Wallace, who has 16 rebounds. Newly instated Antonio McDyess, the ex-Sun, puts it down, and Detroit has their biggest lead tonight.
Again, it demoralizes you. You play good defense and you can't rebound the basketball. I mean, Mike D'Antoni's got to be extremely upset with his players. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive on that backboard.
Richardson, who's got 17 to lead the Suns as he was going inside. And foul on the play by Antonio McDyess. Nope, they're going to put it on Hamilton.
Think about Detroit, they're on a long road trip. They had a day off in between games. They play tonight here and then travel up to play Seattle. So they get no rest tomorrow night. That's why this game is so big for them.
Phoenix has won 12 of their last 16. Richardson for 3.
You cannot leave him there. Larry Brown is so upset at Chauncey Billups on dribble penetration. You must get help from the big guy, not from the perimeter. You have to go against your instincts of what you normally do against the team with help. You have to help with the big guys, not the perimeter.
It's Ben Wallace dumping into McDyess, who's hit 2 in a row, this time inside, and Detroit by 8.
Antonio McDyess, what a big pickup for this team. Tough pass by Steve Nash over the hands of Amari Stoudemire, but Antonio McDyess coming off a terrific game the other night against Portland where he was 8 of 9 from the floor. Had a tough game in Golden State. He had the flu, only 1 of 9 to bounce back, and has given them a score off the bench.
7 lead changes, 9 ties in this game. Hamilton against Richardson. Across the lane goes Rip. And he's hit his first 3 to begin the second half.
They're just picking the Suns apart right now, getting anything they want.
7 third-quarter points for Richard Hamilton. Here comes Nash. Rebound by Ben Wallace. 17 for Wallace. Down court, McDyess. Oh, what a great catch.
That's not the shot that Larry Brown wants. A quick shot like that on the break, 1-on-3. Forced Phoenix to play some defense.
Phoenix comes in number 2 in the Western Conference. A good pass. Into Stoudemire from Jimmy Jackson.
Well, Amari Stoudemire has made 1 difficult shot over the top of Rasheed Wallace on a post play. This time the give and go off the screen and roll, the opportunity for a 3-point play. A 10-point lead is down to 4 very quickly. Rip Hamilton getting ready to check back in the game. I'm sure it's Carlos Arroyo is going to be coming out. Larry Brown not happy with that shot that he took on the break.
Told you, Phoenix number 2 in the West. Detroit back of Miami, number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Arroyo drives. He travels. Boy, Detroit has had many turnovers in the second half. That is number 13 for the game.
This is what you'd like to see from Phoenix if you're their coaching staff right now. Some toughness. They're getting some defensive stops. Getting the ball to Stoudemire. He's finishing. You see the turnovers has really hurt Phoenix, or excuse me, Detroit tonight, 13-8.
This is Jimmy Jackson finding Stephen Hunter, and a give to Joe Johnson, who has been quiet, 2 of 9. And that is a Hamilton foul. He's got 3.
Again, Kevin, I can't say it enough. The fact that Steve Nash is on the bench resting, he and Quentin Richardson and Shawn Marion, if this team can continue to make this little spurt, Phoenix could come in and steal this game at the end.
Hamilton has the most fouls of anybody in the game. There's not a single Sun with more than 1 foul. Joe Johnson.
8 8-0 run to start the period.
And the Pistons have not scored from the field in 4 minutes. And with Billups and Hamilton in the backcourt, here comes Chauncey Billups. Hamilton to Rasheed Wallace. And Rasheed's got a Detroit high 19 points.
Once again, the excellent pass by Rip Hamilton. His passing has gotten so much better. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Barbosa high off the glass with the left hand.
That was almost excuse me.
Detroit shooting 45%. McDyess got it from Billups and a great pass by Johnson.
Dribble penetration, Kevin. You got to keep guys in front of you, and those big guys step up to help. Another bad shot, followed up this time by Hunter. But when you let guards get in the lane, Kevin, the big guys step up. Now you drop the ball off, and it's layups and dunks. Got to control the dribbler.
Billups for 3. And Detroit is plus 23 in rebounding. McDyess has had 12 all in this half, but plus 23 rebounding for the Pistons.
And the offensive board was at 23-7 now for the game, plus 16 for the Pistons.
Suns are shooting 44%. Joe Johnson hit his last one, missing right there, and he is 3 of 11.
This is the poise of the Pistons. They've been in all kinds of these games. There's another bad pass by Rip Hamilton. Unforced errors by Detroit.
Jackson to Stoudemire. What a frenzied pace in this 4th quarter.
Rip Hamilton comes off those screens. When you step out to help, Rasheed Wallace right to the basket. No weak side help by Stephen Hunter. He's got to get over and protect. And this is Barbosa. Left hand off the glass, wrong foot.
Tonight, could Phoenix make it a shootout, and can Detroit stop them? And we're looking at tonight's keys. Doug, you began our broadcast with about 2 hours ago.
Well, you can see defense by the Pistons. The Suns normally shoot 48%. Tonight, 43%. Phoenix averages 110 points a game. They're at 78 now. Points in the paint, they average about 45 points a game. Phoenix, they're at 36. So they're winning all those battles. Detroit, the one battle Phoenix is winning right now is at the three-point line. They're 9 of 16. But with all that said, it's only a 4-point game, 7 minutes and 33 seconds to go. As Phoenix have a final push here at home. Oh, they turn the ball over on the inbounds pass.
And here comes Tayshaun Prince. 22 points by Amari Stoudemire, leads all scores. 19 by Rasheed Wallace, leading the Pistons. Billups to an open Prince. Rebound by Jackson. Barbosa is in. Nash, we think, has re-aggravated the hamstring, has not played since late in the 3rd quarter. Joe Johnson has had a weeknight scoring, but that time takes it inside and right to the rim.
It's going to be a great finish, Kevin. You got the championship poise and experience of Detroit. Can they find a way to win this game on the road, or will Phoenix use the energy of this crowd and find a way to win this game in the 4th?
Oh, the 2 defenders slipped, and Hamilton is free, but missing the short-range jump shot. There's Barbosa to Joe Johnson. And a foul. And Chauncey Billups, Cheryl Miller picks up his first. What do you have?
Well, I spoke to a team official for the Suns, and Steve Nash. They did tell me he is available to play, but as you guys saw, they started the quarter on an 8-0 run without him. And if you're Coach Dan and Tony, do you risk bringing them back just for a win tonight, guys?
Well, Kevin, Cheryl, you know the longer that he sits over there, the tougher it is to bring him back because you cool off. So if he's not back within the next couple minutes, I don't know that we'll see him in this period. With Mike D'Antoni, the one thing you have to do with Steve Nash is you got to err on the side of caution, Kevin. You can't do anything to ruin a wonderful season.
Well, our statistician Pat McGrath tells us that with Nash on the bench, Phoenix is plus 11. McDyess has had a good scoring second half and continues that way, eating Stephen Hunter alive.
Boy, he is really tough down in that low post. He's got his legs back from all those injuries. Got that nice bounce. It's fun to see him play well once again.
Pistons have led by 12. The Suns have led by as many as 6 apiece. Jackson into Sean Marion. And Marion gets his first field goal since midway through the 2nd quarter. The defending champion Pistons against the youngest team in the NBA. And the team with the second best record in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns. Barbosa picks up his second foul.
Antonio McDyess has always loved that little fading jump shot. Used to wear a Phoenix Suns uniform when he made that, and then the beautiful backdoor pass, the eye contact. Jimmy Jackson to Sean.
7 of 12 for the Pistons, 4 of 8 for the Suns. Leading scorer with 22 points is Amari Stoudemire. 19 points by Rasheed Wallace leads the Pistons.
Well, the Suns have a chance to take the lead. Down 10 at the end of 3. We talked about the gaudy record of Detroit when they're winning at the end of 3, 30-2. Well, the Suns have a chance to take the lead.
Here's Nash, 7 points and 11 assists. Works on Hamilton, takes it inside and fouled on the play.
After all said and done, the Phoenix Suns would have a 1-point lead.
Tomorrow night, ESPN, Kings, Heat, Mavericks, Lakers. Saturday, NBA TV, Chicago, Milwaukee. Sunday on ABC, Houston hosting Dallas, Sacramento hosting the Detroit Pistons. Suns by 1. Last time the Suns led opening minute, third quarter. Arroyo. McDyess. A 3 for the lead. Here comes Steve Nash. 3 on 2. Johnson for 3. Sean Marion. And a foul on Detroit.
That free throw line be an ally for them in the last 5 minutes.
2 first-place teams in their respective divisions. 2 second-place teams in their respective conferences. Hamilton inside across the lane. Marion battling Rasheed Wallace. Here comes Jimmy Jackson. Nash with the Stoudemire's screen. Marion for 3.
I don't know how that shot goes in, but it does. It's not pretty.
The Suns have hit 10 3-point shots tonight. The Pistons have hit 3. We've had a 17-point turnaround in this second half. Ben Wallace, Hamilton across the lane. Wow, is he wrapped inside by Stoudemire.
Against the defending world champions, that could be a real boost to this Phoenix Suns team.
Moments ago, and now we're down to a 16-point turnaround in this half. That is amazing with the quality of these two teams. The Pistons led by 12. Now the Suns are on top by 3, and moments ago they led by 5.
Well, they've outscored Detroit by 13 here in this period.
Joe Johnson jousting with Rasheed Wallace. Ben Wallace grabs his 18th rebound tonight. Hamilton. He got the shot away. He was fouled as he launched, and Sean Marion picks up number 2 points and 9 assists.
This is now where we're going to see Phoenix. It's a half-court game, 3.5 minutes to go. This is going to be like the playoffs. Can they execute and get good shots?
And this is where Detroit is sometimes its toughest. They've been in situations like this many times.
Absolutely.
Nash is 3 of 10. Got the mismatch on Ben Wallace.
See, they're switching all those screen rolls, and Nash realizes that Ben Wallace has got to back off of him and give him a little space, and he just pulls up and knocks the shot down. Larry Bryan might have to talk a little bit about what he wants to do on that screen roll, because Nash is getting the mismatch, and he's finding the open shot. But you're going to see the switch. Watch what happens. The screen roll, they're just switching it. Now you've got Wallace on you. You take your time, you create a little space, you get him on his heels, and you pull up and you shoot it. Nash is the quick release. He knows he can't beat him off the drive. Just a little room to knock it down, and Nash does it beautifully.
We've had a beauty here in the desert. You can see games decided by 3 points or less this season. The Pistons 5 up and 5 down, and Phoenix is 5-1 in that category. With Doug Collins and Hall of Famer Cheryl Miller, Kevin Harlan. We've had a 17-point turnaround in this second half alone. Phoenix led by 5, now by 3. Earlier, Detroit Doug led in this second half by 12.
Look for some kind of lob or a backdoor play here. Larry Brown loves to have special plays out of timeouts. I think they're going to go to Rasheed Wallace against Sean Marion. He's had the advantage there most of the night.
10 ties, 8 lead changes in this game. This is for the tie for Phillips. And a rebound by Stoudemire. What a pass. Nash inside. And Amari Stoudemire corkscrews for 2 as Rasheed Wallace thought it was a travel inside. And then Larry Brown as well.
Tell you what I like about Phoenix right now is they're playing with a toughness in this fourth period that they did not play with in the first 3 quarters.
We had a clock malfunction, so they stopped play. Did he take too many steps? 1, 2. Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
He stopped again. That's twice he stopped.
Oh, my gosh. What a horrible call. Or non-call, I should say.
Phoenix has gotten a few stops here. Can they get another one?
Detroit has not had a field goal in almost 4 minutes. Prince against Joe Johnson. Nash knocked it away. Shot clock at 6.
What a great job Joe Johnson did there, not allowing Tayshaun Prince to back him down. Almost got a 5-second count, and you saw the soccer skills of Steve Nash there as he's kicking that ball off his foot to get it to the official.
Pistons are shooting 45%. Rip Hamilton. Hamilton has 16 points. 19 by Rasheed Wallace leads the Pistons. 24 by Amari Stoudemire leads all scorers.
Remember now the Suns are shooting free throws. They want to be able to attack that basket. You don't want to live with a lot of three-point shots. Although it is a weapon, Kevin, you don't want to shoot a quick 3.
Doug, for a lot of this game, Phoenix has been about 40-42%. Now they are shooting 45%, and when they shoot that percentage, they usually win.
Well, they're 39-4, 45% or better. It's an incredible barometer for this team.
Felix, and then back in the first quarter. It's barely out right now. Stoudemire from Nash. Amari Stoudemire has equaled his average this season, 26, and the Suns are shooting 67% in this fourth quarter. Tayshaun Prince, guarded by Joe Johnson. Oh, what a move by Prince!
This has been a great game, Kevin. A wonderful basketball game. 2 high-quality teams playing at high levels. What a terrific night of NBA basketball here in Phoenix.
Suns have led by 6. Pistons have led by 12. Sean Marion sneaks it inside as they try to invert. Got it back and tried to save it. Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, and Chauncey to the rack, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, Sean Marion, the cardinal rule of basketball, don't leave your feet to be a passer. He did it twice in traffic. The second one got picked off. Keep the ball in the hands of Steve Nash.
Big screen by Stoudemire for Nash. That's a 3 for Steve Nash. Celebrated the Gorillas' 25th birthday with big cake and everything else. The Suns are answering the bell. Steve Nash with the bad left hamstring, who hasn't played since the All-Star break until tonight, coming up with a big-time 3.
A little confusion here. They've been switching all these screen rolls. Rip Hamilton goes under the pick, and Ben Wallace a little slow getting out. And Steve Nash, with the guts of a burglar there, just knocks in the 3 to give them a 4-point lead.
Nash, 14 points and 14 assists. And you can see how the fourth quarter, the team with the second-best record in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns, have really got great performances from Nash, Marion, and Joe Johnson.
I will tell you, though, it was the bench that gave them a lift when Steve Nash and Quentin Richardson was on the bench. They rested. Remember, they were down 10 when Mike D'Antoni had to rest Nash. They fought back in the game to allow Nash to come in to help to try to finish it. Still a lot of time left in the game, though, Kevin. Defense, the Suns need another defensive stop.
All right, Prince is out there with the two Wallaces, Phillips and Hamilton with the ball. That's the Detroit 5. It's Rip Hamilton with the floater inside. And look at the hustle by Shawn Marion. Phoenix is minus 19 in rebounding, but they come up with a huge rebound there.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. They had 14 offensive rebounds at half. Detroit, the second half, they have only 7. So they've done a better job on the backboards.
Nash mismatch against Ben Wallace. Wallace picks up a foul.
See, when you switch that screen roll, it puts Ben Wallace in such a tough situation. He just does not have the quickness to stay in front. Again, the screen roll, this time they switch it. Now Nash knows he has a big man playing him. So you pull the ball out, you take your time, and the importance of getting to the penalty, shooting free throws. Steve Nash, the 4th best free throw shooter in the NBA at almost 90%.
And he nails that right there.
The magic 100 mark for the Suns, too, Kevin. You talk about certain numbers. When the Suns score 100 points, they're 40-8. When they shoot 45% or better, they're 39-4. Right now, they're sitting on both of those numbers.
Detroit has won the last 4 years. They've come down here to Phoenix. 4 straight wins on this floor for the Pistons. A 3 by Rasheed Wallace. And he puts it down, just the 4th 3 in 16 tries for the defending champion Pistons.
And you don't have to foul. It's a one-possession game. So you don't have to foul. You play good defense. You get the ball back with 5 seconds.
Detroit does not have a foul to give. Phoenix has 1. Here comes Nash. Marion for 3. Rebound by Rasheed Wallace. And he wanted a timeout when he was off to the races.
The question is, are they going to give them the timeout? Are they going to say they dribbled it and advanced it? If so, that cost them about 3 seconds. Detroit was calling timeout when Rasheed got the rebound. The question is going to be, did they get the timeout then, or did they rule that they bounced the ball? If you bounce the ball, if you call a timeout, you can't advance it unless you take another timeout. If you want to advance it, you'd have to take another timeout.
Hey, no! 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 No!
This is an old play I used to run when I had Grant Hill and Terry Mills. I used to call it Michigan. The guard drives it down the floor and just drops it back to the big man who can really shoot the 3. Great execution, and the Pistons got a chance to tie.
They've got a foul to give.
Here's a shot by Shawn Marion. This is what happened on the rebound. The rebound is taken here. No timeout was granted, and then that's when the ball was bounced. And then when they advanced the ball, they lost about 3 seconds. Now the Suns have a foul to give. So if you're Detroit, you've got to get into something quickly, expecting a foul to give yourself another chance to get a 3 off. Will Phoenix commit 2 fouls, or will they just try to play it out and not commit a foul? We'll see what Mike D'Antoni does. The one thing you don't want to do is foul a guy as he's catching the ball and maybe shoots a 3 and you give him 3 free throws.
Lindsey Hunter is in the game for the Pistons. Prince will inbound. It's Phillips for the tie. Rebound, Marion. Phoenix wins. What a victory for the Suns.
That's a great basketball game, Kevin. I give Phoenix a lot of credit. Down 10 at the end of 3. It looked like they were dead in the water. Steve Nash going on the bench to rest. And they fought themselves to a victory over the world champion Detroit Pistons. A well-earned, hard-earned victory.